Previously on Hilltopper and Pilgrim.
Well forges, devastating environmental hazards that you guys are tasked to find and destroy as the new departed guardians. Ophelia has kept an eye on 3 possible areas for Wellforge activity, and it is in a town called Horseshoe Pass. Yeah, one thing I'm really interested is what the whole cherry thing is about. Jack, as you look around the town, you see a couple things of note. It's a castle. It's relatively big, but it seems like no one's been there for years. Stuff that you might need. We got stuff to, I don't know, fight evil, slay dragons. You notice something in the center of town, a large cherry blossom tree that has a plaque at its base. You can't read what the plaque says because in front of it there is a small centaur girl, maybe about 13 to 12 years old. My name is Woolly Maple. I like the name Bug. There is a loud noise that is heard throughout the town, and it's coming from the castle. A large figure shoots out of it. It starts circling the entire town, and as you see that the sun rays are going through its body in certain areas, are almost like holes in this creature. It is a large Sphinx. And as you guys start moving, it makes another run and it slams its body right into the cherry blossom tree, uprooting it. Bug comes out of her home with a bow and arrow and a helmet. So then the Sphinx twists in the air to make another attack on the town, but then it flashes in a dark light, and a deep color liquid falls from the creature. The Sphinx then turns back to the castle.
We came to look for a forge, but now we've come across this strange thing. I wonder if it's related.
From the saloon, a couple people walk out. You notice another halfling, and it is Edward. Emmy, I think I overheard you say something about a well forge. I think that's exactly what we're dealing with. So we see our heroes, Emmy and Jack, sitting outside the saloon of Horseshoe Pass as they are talking with Edward Hilltopper, the new departed Guardian's informant. They're going over the recent attack on Horseshoe Pass, which came from a mysterious Genosphinx. So you guys are outside of the saloon and kind of sitting on...
I'm sipping on a coffee.
You're sipping on a coffee. An alcoholic coffee.
Yes.
Got that soju in the coffee.
Sorry, do I need to like roll anything for that to see how badly that's affected me?
No.
I don't know how strong. It's for centaurs too.
I mean, if you really want to roll, you can.
Oh,
First roll of the day. I got it too.
There you go.
Oh, why?
I'm inebriated.
Why did you even suggest that?
I am inebriated.
Jack's buzzed. Jack's inebriated.
Well, okay, how about he just has a strong buzz going?
It's up to him.
We'll see.
Sheesh. You.
Jack is still fit for battle, but should he drive the Spark Merchant's horseless carriage? No, probably not, because that's not safe. And I say that to everyone outside of the fantasy hour.
Oh, dear.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it, gang.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, but you guys are outside of the saloon because it accommodates for centaurs and minotaurs. So minotaurs are bipedal, like you guys, but all the tables and chairs are very, very big. So it's just easier to talk outside.
We're much smaller.
And I'm very, very, very small.
Yeah, that didn't sit well with me, so I felt like I had to compete with everyone. Mm-hmm. And while I was inside, I ordered a centaur coffee. And
that should fix you right up.
I am awake.
I betcha.
Is what I'm saying.
It's like 3 monsters at once.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also there was alcohol in it.
Oh, God.
I am awake is what I'm saying.
It fixed you right up, huh?
Yes.
Oh, good thing.
Well, we were
walk it off.
We're still pretty high energy.
Yeah.
Just coming off this attack.
So yeah, Edward explains to you guys that he's been in the town for about 5 hours before you guys showed up. So he was here pretty early in the morning. He's learned a lot about the town. So any questions that you have that didn't get answered in episode 1, you can pretty much get them answered here. Is there anything that you guys specifically want to know about?
Edward, what's going on with the castle? What do you know about that? We've only really talked with some of the locals that you can see like from the entrance. We haven't really gone up in that area or anything yet. So what's going on with that?
So yes, so I'm trying to get an Edward voice too, which I want to do Santa Claus. That is
Sound like you were going for Professor Oak. And
which is my go-to.
It's a go-to voice.
Older character, smart character voice.
This is not Maxwell Smart.
I definitely want him to be Santa Claus though. Well, like Tim Allen Santa Claus. What are we going for here? The Polar Express Santa Claus, because that one makes me feel like I'm at home.
Okay, because funny enough, that Santa Claus is Tom Hanks.
Right. Right.
Wow.
Yes, he played all those characters.
Oh yeah.
So he was. You're right. Tom Hanks.
Anyway,
Santa Claus. Oh dear. I think we've all had too much Minotaur.
too much Centaur coffee.
Centaur
I passed it around.
Yeah, thank you.
So when Jack asked that question, Edward goes,
Oh my God. Will it ever end? Help me.
okay, no. So, whoa, okay. So, yes, the castle. So the castle is a lair for the Sphinx that we've seen. It has been and has always been for nearly a millennia. Maybe that's exaggerating too much, maybe a couple centuries. But Horseshoe Pass started out as a refuge for centaurs and minotaurs when their home was devastated by the said Sphinx. This Sphinx lived in this castle for a very long time and was a trickster Sphinx. So it went around to different areas.
What, just vandalizing the place?
Vandalizing all across the East Plains.
Just a bunch of graffiti tagging?
A bunch of graffiti tagging.
That's
the worst that a Sphinx can do.
wow.
No, we're talking about like destroying and pillaging and eating people.
I figured,
Okay.
yeah.
And eating people.
Nah, I was just playing around. It's the coffee. My bad.
Now, ancient members of Horseshoe Pass pursued the Sphinx and found the lair, which is the castle that we mentioned, and they slayed the Sphinx. Now, the castle laid there as a marker for what had happened, and the main person who, the great hero who is still alive here today in Horseshoe Pass, her name is Woolly Cherry.
Is she with us right now? Where did she go?
So Woolly Maple Bug, she is not around.
Okay.
You guys are only there, and Gimbuck is at his shop. So you guys are the only three around outside of the saloon.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There's not even people around you.
But Woolly Cherry, is she related to Woolly Maple?
I don't know. Wait, do you know who that is?
I do not know who Woolly Maple is.
Oh, okay.
But I would assume that they are. It seems like in this town, or at least with this town's history, many of the centaurs, they share a common name, and then they have a name attached to them afterwards. So the mayor of the town is actually named Woolly Apple, who I believe is the son or descendant of Woolly Cherry.
Okay. We ought to talk to Bug soon. We met somebody named Woolly Maple.
Okay.
Who was kind of like a little lamb.
Actually, yeah, did you spot that? She was like out here earlier.
And she seemed to like...
Trying to plug into the Sphinx.
like she was ready to fight it, and she didn't look very well equipped to fight any kind of Sphinx, but... She came out like ready to do it, like, wow, this is no big deal.
Yeah.
This is something that, a daily occurrence or something. Yeah. It was the strangest thing.
Is that like a big thing here for the hero of the town?
Yes. So that's why they had the cherry blossom tree. They made it in her name, or they planted it in her name. She's a local hero who is now bedridden, so she is incredibly old by this point, and borderline senile. But this young girl sounds like.
Maybe she's a descendant.
She's a descendant or related to this family in some way. So I said she slayed the Sphinx, even though we saw it today. That goes into my theory of what is actually in the castle, which is what we are all looking for today, is a Wellforge. Specifically, I think the forge is the Forge of the Remnant. Jack, I would like you to make a roll, because you've been doing research with Ophelia to see if you actually know.
I was about to ask.
Yeah.
I got an 11.
Plus anything?
Yeah. Oh, what is it with again?
Probably intelligence.
Intelligence.
Because it's like book smart stuff.
Yeah. I'd be +1, I guess. Or I feel like it was something like a specific thing. Yeah, it was intelligence, so it'll be 12.
It could be history. I would do rolls like this when you would try to like charge your gauntlets and stuff, and that's Arcana.
Right. I was just also remembering too if I actually added a specific set to like a modifier because of going into the season. That's what I was trying to remember. I was trying to look for that on my sheet. I don't see
Because of all the work you did with Ophelia?
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
I think you're proficient. You're proficient in
my proficiency.
You're proficient in religion now. That's what you gained.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, that was what it was. Are we going with intelligence?
So it's intelligence, and then I'm going to give you the option if you wanted to do like a skill like history or something else.
Oh, yeah, I see there's intelligence skills here. I mean, there's investigation.
That's not it. Or at least, yeah.
Fine. Religion is an intelligence one. That's the one I've improved upon because I've done research over time.
But I would also say, I mean, how much would it give you if you did religion?
4, and also the same with investigation.
Okay. I don't believe it's investigation.
No, neither do I.
What is history for you?
History. Oh, I see it. Oh, it's +1. That would probably be better.
Okay, we'll go.
I could deal with that one.
We'll go with religion.
Okay. Cool.
So, you remember reading about this particular forge, because as you've done your research with Ophelia, you both have kind of realized certain forges are either tied with different races or they're tied with different like monster types.
Mm-hmm.
And this one came up a lot because it wasn't tied to either one of those. It was tied to a group of liches, which is a liches are sort of like wizards who kind of alter their own lives and use kind of like bad magic to get whatever they want. So the legend says that the Forge of the Remnant have like, because they've like altered and mismanaged this forge, it has the power to control the living and the dead. So yeah, there was sort of like a loose religion based off of it, or people who like really sought after this, kind of like a Holy Grail or Fountain of Youth type thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's how I connect it with religion. And
so Edward agrees as well, and he believes that's where the Sphinx came from, because he says, well, they've slain it before. That was the whole reason for them making Horseshoe Pass, to celebrate them defeating the Sphinx. And they defeated it within its own castle. So now it seems like this Wellforge that was unactive has become active. I don't know how. And it seems like this Sphinx has come back from the dead. And then when he says that, you realize the holes you saw, because it's partially like skeletal.
Is that where it... Are those its bullet wounds in the corpse? If we're doing CSI talk here,
or like in Harry Potter, remember those horses?
Oh yeah. The
the one in Harry Potter 5.
Yeah,
the spectral ones that like only the kids who have seen death.
Yeah,
like,
can see. But they actually are pulling. They work. They're actually pulling the carriages.
Yeah, no,
you just kind of can't see them.
Horses, yeah.
But they're straight up like working horses that you can't see.
Yeah, they're like...
Yeah.
So you're going, okay, are they dead? Are they not?
No.
So,
zombie horses?
Well, when you mention that, Edward does say, yeah, it does look like we might be dealing with some undead creatures. Luckily, Emmy, that's something you're very good at dealing with as a cleric, because holy magic does more damage to undead creatures. And so then the last thing that Edward says, he says, now, so we'll have to go make our way to this old castle and deal with the forge and probably the Sphinx itself. But seeing that this is some sort of trickster Sphinx who's known for using magic and stuff, this is going to be a little bit more difficult. Now, before we leave, we should probably make sure that no one goes to the castle with us. It seems like everybody's pretty scared of this creature in general, and I don't really want anyone messing with our work.
Well, I was about to say, I mean, this sounds like it's pretty local. And I mean, as much as we do the work that we do to protect like the public and whatnot from forage stuff, I mean, this sounds like a very local issue. I'm not saying I'm not going to help them. What I mean to say is maybe we should get somebody to come with us, because if
maybe it's that they're versed in this.
Yeah, because I was thinking Bug specifically.
Oh, the little girl?
Yes, yeah. I mean, now that you say little girl, I'm thinking maybe not. This sounds like a life or death situation, so maybe not. But I kind of want to check in on. I mean, have you spoken with anybody in the village, or did you come into the saloon?
No, I came into the village. I tried speaking to the mayor, who.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about the mayor?
Yeah, why?
Well, he's actually in the tavern right now, and as you look, you see the guy he's pointing at, and it's another ram centaur who resembles Bug pretty well, and he is completely plastered, like
Wonderful.
super drunk.
Oh,
Worse than
the
Jack.
guy I got the coffee over. I had to walk over him to get the coffee.
Yeah, that's the mayor.
That's
of
the
mayor.
mayor. We're doomed.
That's insane.
And since this town has been in peace, they don't really have any local militia or force at all.
That's great.
I mean, I'm sure many of them here would be willing to fight, but it doesn't seem like they have an interest.
And I'm not gonna just blindly bring random people.
People that we don't even know.
But we do know Bug. I mean, I don't know.
And maybe if she could just even if she could just give us some information.
Yeah, because she's got to know something specific about, like, we're walking to this castle. We don't have as much information about this place. What if they put traps in there or something? The people themselves, not the Sphinx, unless the Sphinx is that smart. I don't know.
Nah.
From what I understand, the Sphinx is that smart.
Oh, again, we're doomed.
Yeah.
This is starting to look like.
Let's check with Bug.
I mean, what would it hurt to just ask her a few questions? Just see what she knows.
So I would like you guys to roll to look for Bug.
Okay.
Because as of right now, you really can't see her. A lot of people in the town are going around, like, talking with people, making sure people's okay. The same people who were working on the clock tower are now working at pulling the tree back up because it's been uprooted. And there's a couple druids kind of like mending the tree.
Okay.
So looking for her would be like charisma.
If you want to do charisma, you could ask around. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Otherwise, that would be a 9.
Okay.
For me, if I were to do charisma, that would be 16. If I were to do investigation, I would have 18.
Okay.
So,
I would go with that because it's the higher number.
Yeah.
So Emmy, while you're going around, you and Edward are kind of working together to talk to people. And anytime you ask about Bug, they're kind of confused that they don't know who that is. But when you bring up the Woolies, a lot of them, no one really talks about Bug. Some people talk about the mayor in a really, really bad light. And then some people talk about
The
Cherry,
Woolly Cherry,
the folk hero. And they normally talk in a way. Some people are kind of demeaning about her, like, oh, how could a warrior like lose her mind and stuff. And then other people are very, very sympathetic about it. But no one really talks about Bug. Not that like she doesn't exist, it's just they don't talk about her.
Yeah.
And
it's
so
a town, so I would assume.
So Jack, you go by the cherry tree where she was last. You kind of look around where you saw her like pull out her bow and stuff, and you do end up seeing her. She's actually back at the weapons shop. And she seems like she's arguing with Paxton, the dark elf.
Oh, cool. I don't want to interject. I want to listen to what they're talking about.
Do you tell Emmy and Edward?
Yeah. I would be able to call clasp at them, right?
Yeah, locally between them.
Yeah,
because it's small.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I let them know, but while I wait for them to get there, I just kind of like listen in on what's happening.
Okay, and then when he calls you, do you walk over to where he is?
Sure. Because we've been trying to talk to people, but we're getting nowhere.
Yeah. So yeah, you're seeing a big disagreement with Paxton and Bug, and Paxton is holding a sheathed sword in his hand, and he's like, "Look, little girl," he goes, "I am perfectly happy with selling you something like this, but you're gonna have to pay the cash up front for it." And she's going, "Look, I'll pay for it later, but I need that sword right now."
How much?
I was gonna say, in walks Jack.
How much?
So Paxton looks at you and he goes, how much? What a question to ask for a Vorpal sword like this.
That doesn't sound like an amount, sir.
500 gold pieces.
Oh, well, that's a little high.
Is that right?
This metal is insane to come by. And yes, it will solve your Sphinx problem, little girl. But, I can't just hand this out to every adventurer who wants to slay a mighty creature. This is a magnificent weapon. The last creature it slayed was a Jabberwocky.
I want to roll for persuasion.
Okay.
But
I only got like 50.
I want to say what I want to say. I want to propose to him what I'm going to propose to him first.
Okay.
And then, I guess the roll will dictate
What happens next? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think this will really pique his interest. Paxton, right? Listen, buddy. Me and my friend here, you saw us earlier at your really, really cool train car. We're known to be heroes from where we're from. We're not really from the East Plains. We're expanding. We're expanding our kind of guild, I guess you'd call it. I was just thinking, we perform heroic feats. We help people out. We use tools like the one you're pretty iffy on selling. And I'm thinking, you're trying to do some business. We're trying to do some business. If we work together on this, maybe you lend me the sword for a little adventure. You, let us take a little local. I point to Bug. You let us take a local with us as a witness. And we're able to come back from this adventure successful. I can guarantee you that.
His business should go up.
As business should go up.
Oh, they should help you.
You can up the price on this item. And you can tell people all about us. What do you think?
What'd you get?
I got a 5. What did you get?
I can't tell you my roll.
Oh, right.
It may or may not be the same roll you have. But I have an added modifier for
nuts.
Paxton. But so Paxton walks up to you and he goes, okay, listen, I'm not falling for that. I am a special businessman. I do a lot of good work. I'm sure you do too. But normally this might have flown for many of the different items I sell. You are very charismatic, and I appreciate that. You do very well in House Stall. I could put in a good word for you. I might, because you interest me. But,
do you do leasing?
But here's the thing. This
Emmy walks in with Edward. Do you lease?
Do you lease?
I had the call class on the whole time they heard this.
So I'm hearing this and I'm going, here's an idea. Do you lease? Can we give you some money down?
I normally lease on things. I can do that with magic spells or tomes or something else. Something less precious than this Vorpal sword. And as he turns to it, it's gone. Because Bug stole it and now she's running to the castle. And he goes, oh my God, no, you little ram, you come back here. And he starts kind of chasing after her, but he's not.
And we just go, whoop, time to go. Off we go.
We run after her.
Off we go.
But she's also a centaur, so she just starts trotting, going,
Oh my.
and she is
Gone.
very gone.
Oh, good. So good.
So do we follow her with haste?
I mean,
It's up to you.
Because it would be a good idea. It's like, as he says that, we just look at each other and go,
go. I don't,
here we go. And we're off.
Hold on, though. Is this storefront? This isn't where Gimbuk is, right? This is a separate storefront?
Gimbuk's not around. He's kind of talking with some of the other people. There's a couple Minotaurs who kind of seem like they're trying to do something about the Sphinx.
Yeah.
It was mostly just Paxton.
Okay. Is Paxton still out there?
He was running after Bug, but now he's kind of panting and he's just going, get back here, you! But he's completely out of shape.
I think after everyone is kind of run out, I do some thief stuff too.
Okay.
I'm about to run out with y'all.
Because no one's around his cart?
Yeah, I just I just turn around and see nobody's watching this stuff. So, I mean, I think what I want to do, I guess I'd like, first I think I'd want to roll to see what cool items are there that I can just kind of snatch, because nobody's looking at it.
We have to do that after.
Okay, after? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Right, my bad. I want to check to see what items are there to snatch. And then like, I mean, I'll choose which ones I can see, I guess.
Based off your roll, I'll allow it. I'm going to need you to roll and then do like sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Okay.
Yeah. And we'll go off of that.
Oh.
And I guess meantime, you know, we've all kind of gone in that direction towards running after Bug. And so knowing the fact that he went back, I guess
It's 4.
Okay.
that you don't add a thing.
I didn't add anything.
Oh, you should add something. It's sleight of hand. You're a thief. You got a lot of that.
I was looking. I don't know why I'm forgetting all this stuff right now. I thought it was a trait or like a feature. Like I thought it'd be there. I forgot that that's like a skill, a numbered skill. Yeah, that's a 9.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank God.
But so you and Edward are running after.
Yeah, we're kind of moving in that direction. However, I'm still, you know, relatively close to the Huffin' and Puffin man.
Okay.
But I've already realized that he's run back.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm kind of trying to keep his attention, maybe, because it's not going to be hard to find Bug.
I got a 9, but if Emmy's helping, does the number I have to roll against go down?
You said a 9?
Yeah, that's my total.
All right, Tristan, you get to roll a percentile dice. You get to roll 2d10.
These are both the same.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey.
9 and 9?
I'm wondering if that's a 6. Hold on.
This for sure is a 9.
Okay, yeah, so
I think it's a 9 and 9.
Okay, so the single digit number is the second number. The percentile one, that's like what placement it is.
Actually, I think it's a 60.
Oh, this right here?
Yeah. I was wondering where the line was. It's a 60.
Yeah, because the real number is bigger than the 0, right? So it would be a 6, 0.
Yeah, on the percentile dice. Yeah.
Okay, so you got a 60 and then...
a 9. And a 9.
Was 69%? Is that what that is?
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
boy. So I see everything, right? I somehow found a manifest of all the items they have,
Okay.
and I can see it all.
Well, after all. Ew.
I
Dying.
don't know what this is, but I'm very excited.
Let me use it.
That's what you grab. I have to find out what the hell this thing is.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, what happened is you glanced around really quickly and you're like, crap, I don't have enough time. And you just grabbed something.
Oh, cool.
So you have stolen it.
Cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you really don't have much time.
You forget, I'm drunk.
No.
Yeah.
No, you had all that
I'm
coffee.
day drunk.
You were drunk, but then you had all that stinking coffee.
The coffee had...
The coffee was the alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so you're tipsy. You've been talking, you've been running.
This is one of those moments where, you know, you're tipsy. It's like, you know, you do a lot of talking, but then you don't really know you're tipsy until you start to try moving, and you're like, whoa. Yeah, that's what happens when I try to glance around. I'm like, I'm gonna try to look, and I'm like, whoa. So I just grab the nearest
I'll
thing.
just
I guess.
take this.
So you grabbed a glass jar about 3 inches in diameter, containing a thick mixture that smells faintly of aloe.
So I grab a bottle of aloe vera for
Pretty much.
for sunscreen.
However, you don't know in this time.
You are gonna have to write what this is. I'll spell it out to you, and then I will try to pronounce this.
Oh, sure.
KEOGHTOM' ointment.
Kotom's ointment.
Yeah,
That's what I think it's.
got Kotom's ointment, and that's what you read on the bottle, and you're like, what the hell is this?
Is there no instructions?
You don't have enough time to get there, to read the instructions. So you run up next to Emmy, and then you kind of get the signal to go, and that you, Emmy, and Edward follow Woolly Bug to the castle.
Yes. I call after Paxton. I go, we'll get that back for you. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
And now
we're just going to use it. We'll get it back.
He's trying to shout at you, and he just kind of falls back. And is he passed out? He might be. I don't know.
He seems pretty
out of shape.
Yeah, not out of shape. He more like he hasn't done anything to get in shape. You know,
that is definitely
that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
He has no muscle.
No muscle tone. He's never had to use it in his life.
So while traveling, you get to the Sphinx's castle, and around the area of the castle, because it's like your traditional castle, it's got a little bit of a moat. The floral and fauna are slowly dying, but all the plant life within and upon the castle are bright and lively, and it's kind of like pulsating in between, like wilting and growing, like the moss on the different bricks, or the stone like towers that you see are kind of growing plants and like killing plants. And you notice that a lot of the stones are kind of cracking and then reforming. So it seems like everything is aging and de-aging.
In waves, kind of.
That's weird.
Did you watch the movie Annihilation?
No, I've not.
Okay.
I should?
Yeah. Okay. But yeah. That's what that sounds like. I know
it does that.
Yeah.
So you see a moat around it, and there is a drawbridge at its front entrance, which Bug is trying to, with the sword still sheathed, she's trying to knock the drawbridge loose, like where its chains are, to open it up. Why the door handle of the drawbridge is on the outside, we'll never know, but she's still trying to do it.
So weird.
Okay, hold on. I got a better thing. She's trying to knock the chains loose with her bow. We'll do that. That makes a little bit more sense.
So the handle is on the other side where it should be.
Well, the drawbridge
falls off.
Will fall down if she hits these chains, which are also rusting and then becoming metal again.
Okay, cool. We call to her.
Because we're approaching, so.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're here. We can help you.
The only thing you need to know about the castle is it looks like it's about 3 stories tall.
Ooh.
And the plant life that is dead around it is in a 20-foot radius.
Okay.
Starting from the moat.
Gotcha. I measured that myself.
You did. It's quite impressive.
Yes.
So you call out to Bug.
Bug, hey, listen, we're here. We're here to help, and come here. Can you
chill out?
Come here. Come.
Chill out.
No, hang on. I gotta do this.
We figured.
Yeah, we're going to do all of it.
You said your name's Woolly Maple, right?
Yes, that's me. I am Woolly Maple. I am the granddaughter of Woolly Cherry.
That's what we figured.
And she notches an arrow and she shoots it and she hits one of the rusted chains, and the drawbridge kind of like starts collapsing, but she needs to hit the other one. And she's talking to you, but she's still shooting arrows.
It's like, okay, but still, we need to persuade her to come to us before this thing actually falls on her, and we want to get more information before we ever enter.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna fall on her. Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. So
I figured we're
hopefully it doesn't fall on her. We'll see.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think we're up next to her now. We're just like talking. I mean, we're out of breath too. She's fast.
Yeah.
Edward is very out of breath.
Yes.
Even poor Edward.
So Bug, we want to help you.
Okay, I appreciate that. This is something I have to do, though.
Okay, yeah, no.
Is it your honor? Is it because of your family, the Woolly family?
Well, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Everybody has made fun of me for being too much like my grandma, not being enough like my grandma, saying that I'm going to end up like my father. I'm trying to prove them wrong.
Hey, you know, we feel that.
Yeah, we're here,
we
but
all
we're
got
here.
Stories, you know, especially Edward over here. Look at him; he's panting. He's already over there. You know what I mean?
He looks at you, and he is panting, and he puts his hand on your thigh because again, he's small too.
Yes.
He goes, Mr. Pilgrim, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah, see, exactly. So, you know, we've all got stories. I'm not saying yours is any lesser than ours is any more than yours. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we've been through it. Let us help you.
Yes.
And in that way, you also help us.
Well, here's the thing. And she kind of turns and she hits the final chain. And she goes, you gotta want to stand back. And you guys all take a step back and the drawbridge falls. And And when the drawbridge falls, now you see that the drawbridge is kind of aging and de-aging as well, where it's becoming warped and then it's becoming new.
So do we know what the source? We don't know why it's doing that?
You would assume it's the Wellforge.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And so can we see right in? As soon as it fell, can we see in?
You can see in. I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But Bug looks at the two of you specifically, and she says, "Look, you guys help me with the bullies. I am sure that you guys can help us now, or help me now. Here's the thing. I'm the one that kills the Sphinx.
Okay.
I have to do it."
I mean, you took down the drawbridge pretty quick.
Yeah.
And you're fast. You know, I'll give it to you. I think you could do it.
Yeah, you grabbed that sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
You grabbed it and ran. I mean, that was
You're thinking what I was thinking.
yeah. He would
I
have done
trust
it.
you.
Yeah.
So we got your back.
We totally do. We totally do. We just want to accomplish a couple of tasks. Yes, we want to shut down this Wellforge.
What?
Do you not know why this thing is doing this?
No, I just assumed it came back. Wait, this has to do with the stuff that Tiger Turtle Canyon?
Yeah, it has to do with us.
We did that too.
Wait,
We've shut down the other Wellforges.
Oh, so you guys are with District 6?
Yes. And
Yes.
we're legends. We're really
We're the big. We're not the top notch. We don't run District 6. We're more like they're cool agents they send out in the field. So
We're the ones that do all the
whenever people
work.
talk about District 6, you remember us.
Emmy, can you make a deception roll?
Sure.
Can I help them out?
18.
Okay.
Without even.
She believes you.
Okay.
So she goes, "Oh, okay, wow. Yeah, I just didn't notice because you guys weren't wearing District 6 uniforms."
Well, we're not trying to publicize, but
Okay, yeah. That's cool because we haven't had any District 6 stationed here yet.
But that's why we're here. They sent us to take down this forge, and when we came here, then all of a sudden there's this Sphinx thing.
Yeah,
and
we
that's where
figured.
you come in.
Okay.
So we're going to
Activity.
work together.
yes.
We're going to do all of it.
Yes.
That sounds awesome.
And yes, when it comes down to it, we're going to let you
Right.
have
because
the last.
as District 6, we come here to help you guys out.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, this place, it's yours.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, this is your town.
This is also what you got to do. We're not going to get in your way, but let us help you.
All right, that sounds good. And she pulls out the Vorpal sword, which has it's like a beautifully made curved blade. It's partially purple when she draws it, but she grabs it with two hands, and she goes, "Okay, let's go." And then you guys start walking into the castle. So what you see when you walk into the main castle, you're still getting this weird de-aging thing, but you are now in the main hall of what looks like a beautiful mansion. The castle looks different on the inside than it does on the outside, but as of right now, you can kind of see a large staircase kind of leading up into a balcony area. There's a lot of muted colors in the room. Everything's quite dark. There's a couple chandeliers that are hanging from the ceiling. It looks pretty dingy, and you can see faint outlines of doors, but you can't really tell where those rooms are even going to lead.
Because in the day, this must have been a magnificent castle.
Yeah, and there are times where it starts fading into
Like 20 years pass and then starts looking like it's brand new type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would like one of you to make like a magic roll. Emmy will take it.
Okay. Oh, well, that's good.
Okay, 15 plus what?
You said magic.
Arcana, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, my Arcana is -1.
We picked her to roll. Can
That's
I
all right.
try to roll?
So that would be 14.
Okay.
No, 14's good.
Okay.
Good.
Emmy, yeah, you kind of notice that some of this is not from what you understand of big magic. Some of it's coming from another magic source, but not anything like...
Oh, do we check his sword? Or
You guys actually don't have the smorb on you?
Oh, okay.
No, that's installed in the...
Yeah.
That's the one installed in the bunker. Okay.
Yeah, it's installed in the bunker now.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see that, oh no, this is coming from another magic source, and it's coming from like a
detect magic.
wizard. Do you want to cast
Excuse
it?
me, I have detect magic.
Would you like to cast it?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I believe that's like a level 1 spell. Okay, so you'll be using 1 spell slot.
Okay, and it's a ritual.
Oh, if you'd like to cast it as a ritual,
Yes.
and do that for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And I don't have to use it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
So and Edward's going to help you out with that.
Okay.
So you and him, both as clerics, you are casting detect magic. So you are trying to figure out where this magic is coming from. Mm-hmm. So it takes about 10 minutes. So Jack, you and Bug are just kind of looking around. She's always like super on guard to fight anything right now.
Yeah.
Can I? What kind of read do I have to do on her to check where she's at? Because
Insight.
Insight. Okay. Yeah. I think I want to roll for insight.
Okay.
Just try to
Emmy's
pass the time and also try to gauge exactly who is with us.
Okay.
Because we know this is all her, but is this the first time she's held a sword? I should check. That was a 20.
Okay. Oh yeah. It's like
I can see her whole lifeline.
this is the first time she's held a sword. Absolutely.
Great.
Crud.
You with that 20, I'll tell you, she is a capable fighter where she's very good at archery, clearly because she knocked down the drawbridge.
Okay.
But yeah, hand to hand, it looks like she's gonna have a lot of trouble with that.
My God. And maybe this is a good time to talk to her, say something like, so listen.
Yeah, no,
It's Claire.
I actually do want to try to talk to her. So I draw my blade.
Oh, your fancy magic blade that you got in season 1?
Yes. I draw my recall blade.
Ooh.
And I say, hey, and you know what? I start trying to train her in 10 minutes with this. Try to keep her guard up.
Yeah, she's pretty hesitant, but she's into it. So she's like, yeah, okay, yeah, let's keep our guard up.
Yeah.
And so you guys start, parrying back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
While this has been happening, you've been hearing something in the background. And Emmy, as your spell starts to finish, which, as detect magic, aura forms around objects or creatures that you can see, indicating that it's magical. And it must be within 30 feet. You also learn its school of magic if it has one. Okay, I'm glad I did that. I'm going to have to check.
Check the book?
I think I can look it up.
Okay.
Because I just need to know a correct term.
I know you're looking stuff up. With my recall blade, how many times can I call it back to me?
You can do it as a bonus action.
Oh, bonus action?
As an action. Never mind. Yeah, as an action.
Oh, and as an action. Okay. Cool. Because I start doing that kind of stuff too. Okay. Awesome. During this training. I think she's picking it up pretty well. If she knows how to arch, then she knows how to draw. You know what I mean?
So she's just not what you would call very proficient because she is young.
It is the first time she's held a sword.
Yeah, well,
I can see it.
Okay.
You can see it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So with the magic, so you and Edward start seeing that an aura is going around some of the doors that are there. That like seem like they're there, but they're not. And it's coming from conjuration magic. So magic that has to deal with transportation of objects and creatures from one location to another. So things are being conjured into this place and being like removed from this place. And you see a aura float around a floating head, kind of coming into the room and like
is it our old friend, the floating head?
It is not.
Dang it, because I could
is
say...
it his cousin?
Because I could say, hey!
It is not. It is a spectral form of the Sphinx. The sort of noise that you've been hearing has been a poem. And as it comes in, it goes, oh, let me start again. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all its might. He did his very best to see the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd because it was the middle of the night. Hello, everyone. How good it is to see all of you. And you see this wide-eyed Sphinx with a large smile across its face.
We're not creeped out at all.
Hello, heroes. Why are you here today?
To make your acquaintance.
Do you have business? Or is this pleasure? Or maybe something else?
It's definitely business, I think. You look familiar. We run into you in town. Not like
I ran into a lot of things in town.
You sure did, if that was you.
Buildings and trees. No people.
unfortunately, because it seems like I can't leave, but that's all right with me.
I mean, like, if you want to hit people, then, I mean, I'm gonna be frank. Personally, I wouldn't want you to leave this place.
You don't want me to leave this place? Why wouldn't you want me to leave this
like,
place?
You said you wanted to hurt people. You know, we're not really about that. That was the business that we're here on. We're trying to find out.
The business of protecting people, you should protect me because they've hurt me in the past. They've hurt me so many times.
I mean,
But you don't want me to leave.
That's what we're, you know.
And so then she floats down and she goes to Emmy and she goes, now, what do you want me to do?
Well, I don't want you to hurt people either.
Would you protect me if he tried to hurt me? Because he wants me to leave. I don't want to leave.
I didn't say I wanted you to leave. I said I didn't want you to leave.
That's right. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
I said I didn't want you to leave this place.
Who wants to leave?
I didn't want you to leave.
What rabbit?
Oh, dear.
Anyway, so I don't remember my name anymore, but that's all right. I don't think I ever had one.
Would you like a name?
I would love a name. Would you give me a name?
I take a coin out. I got 2 names in my head. I flip the coin.
Okay.
They'll look at him and go,
If it's an even number, it's the second name. If it's an odd number, it's the first name. I tried to match a coin flip with the 6-sided dice that you roll. I do have a coin somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then I thought I didn't even think of the 2 names, so now I just have to come up with one on the spot. Nickel.
Nickel.
That's your name. You see, I'd call you a dime, but you hit me more like a nickel. I'd say that's the best compliment that I've ever given any.
She goes, I like it. Nickel. It's very fun. It's a good name. Nickel.
not Nicole.
No, we don't.
Whatever. Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
But she goes, that was very fun. That was a good game. I love games and I love riddles.
We're playing games?
We're playing games now. And the drawbridge closes.
Oh.
So you guys are now stuck in there. And she goes, I like to play hide and seek. So you will have to find me. But first you have to find what room of the mansion that I'm in. And specifically, what I am going to be. Are you ready? Here's the riddle.
Wait, this isn't how hide and seek works. It's one person finding people.
She kind of turns and she goes, what do you mean? This is how I've always played hide and seek.
Well, outside, we usually, especially when there's more people, it's usually one person doing the seeking.
More people like her, and she floats down to Bug, and she goes, the people of her town were very good at hide and seek. I was hiding, and then they sought after me, and trust me, they won the game. Anyway, here's my riddle. I have 4 legs, but I'm not a camel. I'm flat on top, but not a horse. Sometimes have leaves, but not a tree. I come after coffee, but I'm not a shop. I have food put on me, but I'm not a plate. What am I? And she disappears.
Okay, cool. Guys, we're looking for a table.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's very good.
Damn, you got it.
Yeah.
Wow. You're so good. As soon as you said it, I went, yes, that's exactly it.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to speak out of character here. I don't think Jack even had to.
Wow.
I was just.
Because as soon as he said, guys, we're looking for a table, I went, that's exactly right. Wow.
I was like, we're in a room.
That's exactly right. So I'm going, 4.
I didn't mean to jump the gun on this.
No, that's good.
On this game finding.
Yeah. His brain just rolled a 20 is what happened.
Well, I don't know. Like, I'm usually really bad at these riddles, but
it was starting to make sense.
You
but
said coffee, that confirmed it for sure.
And then the leaf.
Yeah, that was paper.
Well, and a leaf of the table. So
see, that's the one that confused me. I'm like, oh no, that's gonna stump them.
No,
I didn't know
the leaf of a table.
There you go.
As soon as he said table, I went, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And me and Edward looked at him and went, that's exactly right.
Literally over a table.
I'm sorry, I just didn't think you were that smart.
I honestly didn't think either, but I think the coffee part is hitting in
Yeah.
from the Centaur coffee.
So,
Makes you smart.
For sure.
So
So,
when you say table,
the different rooms that have been reappearing or the different doors that have been reappearing, they construct. And so they 3 doors appear to the sides of you. So 3 rooms have opened up. There's a 4th room technically, and it's the main hall that you're in.
Oh.
So, there was a door at the top of the stairs in this sort of manor area. I keep wanting to reference the mansion from Resident Evil. That's going to be lost on some people.
Like me.
Yeah.
That's just a scary mansion. Right?
Okay, thank
It's
you.
a scary mansion.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There was a door at the top of the stairs. It has now disappeared. So you will have to find what table she is talking about.
Is there a table in the main hall?
There's not a table in the main hall.
Okay.
I can tell you that with a passive perception.
You said she said this is a 4th room, so I was like, there's probably a table in here, but I guess not.
So now we have to go through the castle, and some doors are appearing and disappearing, for one thing.
So, yes.
But after I said table, those 3 doors appeared, so it should be in one of those rooms.
So it's one of like door number 1, 2, or 3? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Really? Now we're on Let's Make a Deal. Okay.
Well, I mean,
All right.
did she specifically just say that we can only go into like one room?
Now here's another.
She did not.
Okay, so we can check out all the rooms for sure. Okay.
And then I also have locate object. Wouldn't you looking for a table be locate object?
It could be.
Yeah, what level spell is that?
2. And it's not a ritual.
Yeah,
so I would have to use it.
a spell slot, yeah.
Hey, I mean, if you're down, it doesn't sound... I mean, if we're just playing games, it doesn't sound like... I mean,
No,
I still got my sword out.
I know, but you see, the thing is, we're playing a game, but we're playing a game with a very dangerous, crazy thing. It's not even an individual. So if we locate it and it's a table and we can use her thing to it, maybe I don't know. I don't even know.
Bug, how are you doing?
She goes, I'm good. And you see that her little legs are kind of shaking a little bit.
Aw.
Hey, remember what I taught you?
Sweep the legs.
Actually, yeah, that might work this time. Keep that one in mind.
But the Sphinx floats and flies.
Yeah,
No, but it's a table.
It's a table.
It's a table right now.
Oh, yes.
It's a table.
Yeah, and cut up them legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a nice
As soon
sword.
as we find it, you're going to swing at it, okay?
Yeah.
And you too, probably. And so let's just chop up this table.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So locate object.
so you are going to cast Locate Object.
Okay.
Okay. So, locate object, you find an object that's familiar to you, but you can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close. I'm going to say that since you know...
We have an idea. It's a table. 4 legs.
I'm going to let you do it anyway, because that's a good thought. Or a good solution. And also you did figure out the riddle, which is good.
Very good.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, table, it's not a normal table. It's infused with a magic Sphinx, a trickster Sphinx. Okay, like this is what I'm picturing. So you kind of get like this magic vision. And in door number 3, you see that that's where the sense of the magic's coming from.
Okay.
Good thing you cast that spell. I was gonna say 1. Like I was just gonna have us walk through each room. Taking some time.
But that would have taken time and all that.
who knows
so
what kind of
we're
traps
we're
good.
All right, so this is all going actually pretty fast.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
So you guys start going to door number 3. Who opens the door first? Do you guys have like an order, or do you just kind of all go in at once?
I mean, as soon as she says it's in number 3, I just
like,
walk up to it.
Okay, yeah. So you open the door and you all enter into a dining hall.
Okay.
And in the dining hall, there is this long table, and then multiple chairs next to it. And so as soon as you walk up, I mean, you see that this is the table you're looking for. This is the magic that you're getting it from.
Yeah. Just this is it.
That's what you say?
Yeah. Hey, this is it.
So then you hear the poem once again start coming up, and the Sphinx pops up and the table starts to disappear. And she comes up and she goes, well, it seems like Mr. doesn't want to leave or want to leave. Mr. Leave figured out the riddle. What a good boy he was. A gold star for him. Now for you, little Miss
Magic Lady, it's no fun to cheat in games. I never said that you could use magic.
But you didn't say I could not.
Who said I could not?
Well, nobody did.
No one.
Ah, you're thinking like me now.
Yes. I like to play games.
I like to play games too, so we're going to play another one before we go on to level 2.
Uh-oh.
What is that, like the second story?
Maybe. Would you like to hear a second story?
I don't. I don't.
There
I'll
once were 4 adventurers who came
Wonderful.
into my castle. The castle gave me life, and now I'm quite upset.
Why?
But what they don't know is what will happen next. Then Bug goes, I don't think that rhymed.
Neither do I.
I don't think that's the point.
She says, no matter, here's another challenge for you. And then she spins around and disappears.
So we never even got a chance to hit the table.
No.
As soon as we walked in.
But as you see coming out of the ground from where the table was, 4 skeletal minotaurs come out and roar.
Do they roar like, what's up? Or do they roar like, get down?
Roar like, we gonna fight.
Oh, boy.